Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Theme Park Obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I have a video that a lot of you have been waiting for a very long time, and that's my official Halloween Horror Nights 2023 survival guide. In today's video, I'm going over what houses to do first, how early to get here, the ticket options, and so much more. There is a ton of information in today's video. So with that, grab your pumpkin spice latte, your pumpkin cookies or pumpkin pie or whatever, and let's dive right in. Oh yeah, another beautiful day at Universal Studios Hollywood, and just a couple days away from the official grand opening of Halloween Horror Nights 2023. Halloween Horror Nights here at Universal Studios Hollywood kicks off September 7th and runs select nights all the way up until October 31st. And this year, new for this year, they're doing a few Wednesday event nights. In addition to the extra event nights, Horror Nights also has 8 haunted houses, scare zones, live entertainment, and so much more. Now, before you arrive at the event, the first thing you gotta do is purchase tickets. Now, there are a few Halloween Horror Nights tickets to choose from, and they all start at $74 and range in price depending on the ticket type. And remember, the later you wait in a season, the more expensive the ticket gets. So my best advice is to go earlier on in the season, because if you wait till later on in October, the prices get more expensive. You can also save money by purchasing your tickets online. I highly recommend purchasing your Halloween Horror Nights tickets online. Do not purchase them at the front gate because you risk the event selling out the day that you want to purchase tickets. So if you already know the date that you want to go, just hit up the Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood website and purchase your tickets there, because it'll be quick and easy and you'll have the QR codes ready to go by the time you get here. So let's go over the ticket types. The first one is general admission. This is the most basic ticket that you can purchase. It just gets you entry into the event and that's it. This ticket does not include early entry and it does not include access to Super Nintendo World. And as far as pricing, the general admission ticket ranges from $74 all the way up to $112. The next ticket type is the Universal Express ticket. Now this includes your admission into Halloween Horror Nights and one-time access through the Universal Express Pass entrance through all of the haunted houses and select attractions. This ticket type ranges from $209 all the way up to $329. This ticket does not include early entry and it also does not include access into Super Nintendo World. Now, with that said, I think this is a good ticket to purchase because Halloween Horror Nights does get busy and most of the time the event does sell out. So if you want to get through all of the haunted houses and ensure that you see all of the new attractions, because remember, this is a specialty event and the haunted houses only come once a year sometimes. So you will never see some of these attractions ever again. So you want to try to get through as many as you can. And the Universal Express Pass ticket is a pretty good option if you want to do that. Now, here's a helpful tip for those purchasing this particular ticket, the Universal Express Pass ticket. Do not use your Express Pass privileges right off the bat when you enter the park. Do as much as you can without using that skip the line feature. Because if you use it right away, then that's it. And say you walk into Halloween Horror Nights at 7 or 8 o'clock and you immediately start using that the Express Pass. Well, if you want to do that haunted house again, you're gonna have to wait in the normal line. So just reverse it. When you get to the event, do as much normal standby queuing as you can with the haunted houses. Then later on in the evening when it gets really crowded, then you could start using your Express Pass. So that way you end up going through a lot of the haunted houses twice. Now, if you do not want to do that, you don't want to stress out about it, they also have another ticket option available, and that is the unlimited Universal Express Pass ticket for Halloween Horror Nights. That ticket does not include early entry and also does not include access into Super Nintendo World. And those ticket prices range from $249 all the way up to $369. Now, like I said, this ticket's actually pretty good if you just want to chill and take your time through things, because you have unlimited access through the express line at all the haunted houses and select attractions. So it's a pretty good ticket to purchase. It's a little bit more expensive, so if you can afford it and that's what you're thinking about doing, I suggest grabbing that one. That's actually a really good ticket. Now, one thing I always bring up every single year are the rides at the theme parks, because hey, the rides are here all year long. I mean, we could go on Revenge of the Mummy in January and February and March and April and May. During Halloween Horror Nights, I always tell people to prioritize the specialty attractions. So the haunted houses, some of the live entertainment, the scare zones, take advantage of all that stuff, because the rides, you could just do those last, or you could do those some other time. But if you do want to go on attractions, the next ticket I'm going to be talking about is actually a pretty good option. And that ticket is the 2 p.m. day-night combo ticket. And there are two options. There's just the normal 2 p.m. day-night combo ticket, and then there's the 2 p.m. day-night combo ticket with the Universal Express Pass add-on. Now, the regular 2 p.m. day-night combo ticket, the prices range from $149 to $187. And then the option with the Universal Express Pass add-on ranges from $329 all the way up to $459. Now, both these options include early entry into Halloween Horror Nights and access into Super Nintendo World, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. So obviously you can access Super Nintendo World during the day, like when you get there at 2 p.m. But if you want to see Super Nintendo World at night, both of these ticket options are the only ticket options that give you access from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. into Super Nintendo World. And having early entry included is also a very, very good perk, because that is the one thing that you're going to hear me repeat over and over and over today in this video, is getting to the event early. And the fact that you have early access included with that ticket, which starts at 5:30 p.m., that is great, because some of the lower lot haunted houses, actually I believe all the lower lot haunted houses, open up at 5:30. So if you have that ticket starting at 5:30 with your little wristband that you can get at the front of the park, you can start going through all those haunted houses and start knocking them out pretty quick. In general, a good ticket to have if you want to go on some of the rides during the day and then enjoy Halloween Horror Nights in the evening. Now onto the most expensive ticket that you can get at Halloween Horror Nights, and that is the VIP ticket, or RIP tour. Now those tickets start at $399 and they range all the way up to $509. Now disclaimer, that is a very expensive ticket. If you can afford it, that is like the golden key right there. That is the ticket to have, because I think that is one of the best tickets you can purchase. Again, if you can afford it. If you can't, that's totally okay. I will show you in today's video how you can conquer this event no matter what ticket you purchase. If you just want to purchase the general admission ticket, that's totally fine. I've been doing the event for a very long time, and trust me, I can get you through this entire thing with the general admission ticket. But if you want to spend the money, you want to splurge for Halloween, the RIP tour is legit. Now the only thing is that this ticket does not include your entry into Super Nintendo World, and it doesn't include early entry into the event. But with that said, as far as the early entry is concerned, you do have to select a time that you want to start your tour. And some of those times I believe are pretty early. So, and in general with this ticket, you don't have to worry about getting to the event early. You're going to see everything with this ticket. This ticket includes valet parking. It includes a guided tour guide. It includes a private trolley in the back lot. It also includes a gourmet dinner buffet. And on top of that, which I think is a really good perk, you get unlimited express access through all the haunted houses and select attractions for the rest of the night. Those are pretty much all the main ticket types. And I cannot stress this enough. If you know the date that you want to attend Halloween Horror Nights, purchase your tickets immediately. The event is already selling out. I think this year is probably one of the most popular years in a very long time. And I even said that last year about last year's lineup, but I feel like this year has an even more popular lineup. And it's showing in the ticket sales, because if you look online, the tickets are already starting to sell out. So if you already know the date that you want to go, purchase immediately. Now there is one more ticket, and that is the early entry ticket. Early entry starts at 5:30 p.m. at Halloween Horror Nights, and you need a separate ticket to enjoy that if you do not have the 2 p.m. day-night combo ticket, because early access is no longer included with people that have annual passes, or if you're already in the park or whatever. You have to purchase a separate early access ticket, which is a little bit of a bummer. A lot of fans, including myself, were like, wait a minute, that's kind of weird. But with that said, you have to purchase the early access ticket if you want to attend the event at 5:30 p.m. and start doing those haunted houses downstairs. The early access ticket gives you an hour-and-a-half early access to all the haunted houses that are in the lower lot that are open, or any other haunted houses that will be open around that time. Remember, this ticket does not include your entry into the event. You have to purchase that separately. So purchase your ticket, like the general admission ticket. If you want to get in early, then you got to purchase your early access ticket. Now these tickets range from $10 to $25. I think some of those are already selling out. So yeah, again, if you want to get into the event early and you already know what day you're gonna go, just purchase that ticket already. So roughly, there you have it. There are all the tickets that are available for Halloween Horror Nights 2023 here at Universal Studios Hollywood. There's quite a few things to choose from, so choose wisely and definitely think about what you're thinking about doing. Do you want to get through all the things very quickly and not have to worry about it? Okay, well then the unlimited express pass ticket's pretty good. Do you not want to worry about a darn thing and just have that golden key ticket? Well, the RIP ticket's really good. Or do you not really care at all and you just want to vibe it out? Well, the general admission ticket's also pretty good. So there's plenty to choose from. Be wise with your decision and just remember that things will sell out very quickly. Alrighty, you've purchased your tickets to Halloween Horror Nights. You're getting ready. You've showered up. You've put on your favorite Halloween Horror Nights outfit. And you're in the car and you're on your way to Universal Studios. And you're probably gonna arrive at one of these parking structures like this one right here, the Jurassic parking structure. There's a few of them on property and they all kind of lead to City Walk, which is really nice. Remember to give yourself enough time for traffic. The Los Angeles traffic, especially in the Hollywood area, it is nightmare fuel. I mean, that's probably just as scary as Halloween Horror Nights, honestly. Now, some of you might be asking, well, Dylan, what time should I arrive to Universal Studios Hollywood? Well, if you have an early access ticket, I say you should try to get here by 3:30 or 4 o'clock, because that way it'll give you time to maybe grab a bite to eat here on City Walk, which I highly recommend. And if you don't have an early access ticket, you just purchase the general admission, I would say you can arrive here by 5 p.m. Yeah, if you don't have the VIP ticket or the 2 p.m. day-night combo ticket, getting here about an hour and a half to 2 hours early, so you're already on property, you had enough time to park your car and everything, is ideal. Getting food at City Walk is just so easy because, again, you're just steps away from the front gate. You don't have to worry about getting food off property and rushing over here because maybe the line took too long or whatever. When you're already here, yeah, you're just hanging out. Now, there are a few options available as far as restaurants are concerned. They have the Margaritaville restaurant here, the Twosome Chocolate Emporium, which is brand new, Antojitos, Vivo Italian Kitchen, and the NBC Sports Grill and Brew. And in addition to the sit-down restaurants, if you want something a little bit more quick, at City Food, they have a bunch of fast food options. Now, if you want to make a reservation to any of these restaurants, because you're not really sure if it's going to be busy or not when you arrive to City Walk for your event evening, if you download the Universal Studios Hollywood Park app, you can make reservations through the app to the following locations: Antojitos, Margaritaville, NBC Sports Grill and Brew, and the Twosome Chocolate Emporium. All the other locations, you're just going to have to make a phone call. You've finished your meal at City Walk and you're ready to your pants at Halloween Horror Nights 2023. Not just because you had too many jalapeno poppers at NBC Sports Grill and Brew, but you're ready to get scared. Now, before you get through security, keep these things in mind. You cannot bring certain items and things into the Halloween Horror Nights event. This includes beverages or snacks that you have purchased at City Walk. Make sure you eat and drink all of your tasty treats at City Walk before you walk through security, because I would hate for you to get a pumpkin spice latte or a pumpkin smash smoothie at Jamba Juice and have to throw it away right here at security behind me. You do not want to do that. So just finish everything you got at City Walk. And also, you're not allowed to wear masks or costumes to this event. They just want people to come in their normal attire, their Halloween Horror Nights attire. So do not come showing up like a crazy monster. Now, Halloween Horror Nights does not have a bag policy like some other haunted events do in Southern California. But with that said, I do suggest to pack light. If you have a little Loungefly bag or something, just pack the essentials like a battery charger or some hand sanitizer or some, lotion, whatever, small things. Do not bring a bunch of stuff into Halloween Horror Nights. A light jacket, things like that. Do not bring a wagon or a big giant stroller, and strollers shouldn't even be here in the first place because this event's not recommended for kids. So in general, just pack light because it's gonna be a very busy night and you're gonna be jumping and running around and you don't wanna be dropping a bunch of stuff either. So yeah, pack light, make sure to finish your food and beverages at City Walk and leave unwanted things that the park's not gonna want in the theme park in your car. Now, when you've made it up to the front entrance, don't worry, there's gonna be plenty of signage up here telling you where to go. So like general admission line or early access line, all that kind of fun stuff. And then also the VIP entrance is right over here. This is where I'm assuming you're going to check in because this is where the VIP people normally check in. Now, one more thing to keep in mind here at the front gate, there is no re-entry for Halloween Horror Nights. So once you step through the turnstile, that's it. So make sure you have everything you need before entering the park and going through security, because once you're in the park and in the event, you cannot exit and re-enter. They will not not give you a hand stamp, and they will not let you scan your ticket again. Oh yeah, here we go. We've made it through the turnstile. It's Halloween Horror Nights time. Yes! And upon entering the event, you're gonna be greeted by a bunch of crazy monsters because remember, there's scare zones. And the two new scare zones that are located up here in the front of the park are ghosts and toys. But now that you've made it in the event, let's start hitting up the haunted houses. And the way I'm gonna walk the park right now is the way that I want you to walk the park. If you've purchased a general admission ticket, or if you have that early entry ticket, no matter what, this is the way I want you to go. So just make your way all the way towards the lower lot. There's gonna be a lot of distractions, like people trying to scare you and things that just look super cool. But hey, no, you just gotta keep going. You gotta keep going to the lower lot. Yeah, see this is just all distraction. He is keeping you from your eye on the prize, which is getting through the haunted houses in the lower lot. You don't pay attention to this guy right here. Not even the abominable snowman, Harold's other cousin over here, just hanging out. Yeah, don't pay attention to Harold's cousin. He's just trying to distract you. He even has his hands up saying, hey, look at me, look at me. Don't go to the lower lot. No, keep walking. We're gonna keep going. Now, for those that haven't been to the park in a while, they are doing some construction over here, and it's just right at the end, like where the entrance to Hogsmeade and all that stuff is. You're just gonna pivot towards the right, and you're gonna keep walking through the Simpsons land. Again, these are just more distractions. Now, just as a heads up, the Simpsons land is typically not a scare zone. So this is like a little safe area. So if you've had enough, you can come over here to take a little bit of a break. But again, we are making our way to the lower lot. Do keep an eye on these studio directory boards if you do not have the Universal app downloaded, which I highly suggest. Do download that Universal Studios Hollywood app because you can see all the wait times on your phone. But if not, you do have these studio directories to help you out that will tell you the wait times for all of the haunted houses and attractions. Now, the lower lot is home to 4 haunted attractions: The Last of Us, Stranger Things, The Exorcist, and Holidays in Hell. Now, while you're down here in the lower lot, just keep in mind that there are no scare zones down in this section of the park. It's just the entrances to the haunted houses and the rides and attractions, and then obviously the specialty food and drinks. So yeah, there's no monsters down here at all. And finally, you've made it downstairs. Now, this is where you'll be able to access not just the haunted houses that are down here, but the rides and attractions. So Jurassic World, Revenge of the Mummy, Transformers The Ride 3D, and Super Nintendo World. But remember, you only can access Super Nintendo World if you have a 2 p.m. day-night combo ticket. And for those wondering, there aren't any Halloween overlays in Super Nintendo World. But with that said, I still advise those that are able to get into Super Nintendo World go with their power-up band because you will get an achievement for going during the Halloween season. Now, when you make it down to the lower lot to do these haunted houses, here is the order I want you to do the haunted houses in. First, hit up Stranger Things, because that is probably going to be by far the most popular haunted house this year. After you walk through Stranger Things, then go through The Last of Us. That is a very popular video game series, and this year they have it right behind the Revenge of the Mummy. So yes, hit that one up next, after Stranger Things. Then, after The Last of Us, do The Exorcist. That's based on the new movie coming out this October by Blumhouse, so it's not based on the old school film, which they've done in the past before. This experience, on the other hand, is totally new. And then last but not least, walk through Holidays in Hell. That is a returning haunted house this year. It was here in 2019. They brought it back for the 2023 season. Now, there is also an alternative way to do this, and it's the reverse psychology way to do these haunted houses in the lower lot. A lot of people are going to be doing Stranger Things first, like I told you to do. But the other thing you can do is do everything in reverse. So the first attraction you could do is Holidays in Hell, because that one won't really have a line. Then do Exorcist, then The Last of Us, and then finish it off with Stranger Things. Trust me, you will know what order to do. If you arrive here early enough, do the first order: Stranger Things, The Last of Us, Exorcist, and Holidays in Hell. If you're a little bit late to the party down here, do it reverse: Holidays in Hell, Exorcist, Last of Us, and Stranger Things. Now, when you're done with these haunted houses, you're gonna be tempted to go on some rides like Transformers, Revenge of the Mummy, or Jurassic World. Only do those if it's a walk-on. If it's a walk-on, you can get on and off the attraction very quickly, then that's okay. But if not, save it for another day. Remember, this is a specialty event. It only happens once a year. Now, if you do want to take a break, since you're already down here in the lower lot, you can do so. They're gonna have some specialty snacks and beverages down here, and you can find some across the way at the ice cream place, because that'll be Stranger Things themed. And then across the way here at Surfer Boy Pizza, another Stranger Things themed quick service location. And if your friend Stacy's like, oh my God, girl, we gotta get crazy, well, you can do it right here at the Stellar Bar, because they're gonna have a few mixed cocktails available as well as some beer. And I think they're gonna have some non-alcoholic specialty beverages up here as well. Now do keep in mind though, if you are going to be drinking here at the park, just drink responsibly, be mindful of your surroundings, and be respectful to all of the team members here, and that includes the Halloween Horror Nights performers. Touching, grabbing, or hitting any of the performers here at Halloween Horror Nights, including myself because I am a performer here as well, is a huge no-no and will result in your ejection from the park with no refund. Just remember to have some fun and always be respectful, because that's what these events are all about, is just having a great time. Alrighty, you finished the 4 haunted houses down here. You got a tasty beverage or a tasty treat, and you're ready to go back upstairs. Now this is a good time to check the studio directory board, because you can see the wait times in the upper lot for the other haunted houses. If you have an early entry ticket, you should be done with the lower lot by like 8 to 8:30. If you do not have an early entry ticket, you should try to start heading back upstairs by 9 to 9:30. Maybe 10 o'clock, but you're kind of pushing it at 10 o'clock if it's taking you that long to get through all the attractions down here. Now, I understand it does get very busy, but just try your best to get back up to the upper lot before 10 p.m. Now, things are obviously subject to change, but every Halloween Horror Nights event starts at 7 p.m. and closes at 2 a.m. Now that you've made it back upstairs, the next thing I want you to do is head over here to the studio tour entrance, because I want you to do Terror Tram. Now, the Terror Tram is all new this year, and it's themed to bugs. It's called Exterminators, and if you remember, a few years back, they had Exterminators as a scare zone. That was in 2015, and this year, they're bringing that concept back, and they're throwing it onto the Terror Tram. Now, the reason why I want you to experience the Terror Tram first after the lower lot is because this attraction closes early every single night. So do this one right after the lower lot haunted houses. You will not be able to experience Terror Tram after midnight, because they usually close at like 11 or 12. I think it's 11 on the Wednesdays and Thursdays, maybe even Sundays. And then on Fridays and Saturdays, I believe they go until midnight. And it's only because of the noise ordinance that's in the surrounding area, because there are homes in this area. So that's why they have to close it a little bit earlier. So after the lower lot, come up here to the studio tour to do Terror Tram. The entire experience should last around 15 to 20 minutes from start to finish. So it's actually a pretty decent experience, because remember, they take you all the way over to the Bates Motel sets, and you get off the tram and you walk through everything, and there's a bunch of scary monsters and all that fun stuff. And then this year, back by popular demand, they're bringing back the Nope section with all of the tethered from the movie Us. And then don't forget, when you get off the Terror Tram, they're going to have this little photo op set up for you, and you can take a picture. It's for the Violent Night movie. Little dark Christmas setup here. And there's also another studio directory guide, so if you don't have the park app, you can check the wait times for the lower lot, the upper lot, and of course the stuff that's at the Curious George surface lot. Now that you've finished up with the Terror Tram, the next thing I want you to do is beeline it to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, because that will be your gateway into 2 more haunted houses that are located at the Curious George surface lot. Alrighty, you're making your way out of the Terror Tram. You survived. Now, instead of walking straight through the Simpsons land, I suggest doing one of these moves. Ready for this one? This is gonna be pretty crazy. Instead of walking straight, you're just gonna head to the left. Shoop, 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 shoop. Did you catch that? Let's watch that again, because that was good. That was a good move. This is a great way to kind of cut through some of the crowds that are going to be on the other side, because they are bringing back the Death Eaters into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter for Halloween Horror Nights, which is a very popular thing. But if you want to beat the crowds and you don't want to deal with all that, you can just walk back here to your next destination. Now remember, the Forbidden Journey attraction and Flight of the Hippogriff will be open, but these are all distractions. Do not be distracted. Keep walking forward. Go all the way towards the exit of both attractions. Yeah, when you make it over here, these 2 giant backstage gates will be open, and this will be your gateway into those 2 haunted houses that are in the Curious George surface lot. Now, the 2 haunted houses that are located back here are Chucky Ultimate Kill Count and Universal Classic Monsters Unmasked. And as far as the order I want you to do them in, I want you to do Chucky first and then Classic Universal Monsters. Now, what you can do if you come up from the upper lot and you see that these 2 haunted houses have a very low wait time, you can do these 2 attractions first before Terror Tram, but you can only do that if the wait times are low. I do not suggest jumping in line this year if you don't think that you're gonna make it for Terror Tram. Just always remember, Terror Tram will close early every single night. Alrighty, you've finished the 2 haunted houses back here. You've done Terror Tram, you've done the lower lot. There's still 2 more haunted houses to do. But honestly, at this time of the evening, you can take another break. You could check out the scare zones, the live entertainment, maybe get some more tasty treats, or hit up another bar, which we're gonna go look at right now. The very popular Dia de los Muertos bar is back in the plaza this year. There's a margarita bar, they have beer available, they have mixed cocktails available, they have tacos available. Yeah, it's really, really good. And this is a nice place to chill for a minute and take a little bit of a break from all of the scary stuff. As you can see at the time of making this video, they're still setting up some things. So we have a few more days until the grand opening of Halloween Horror Nights. But yeah, this is a great place to chill, have a bite to eat, enjoy a couple cocktails, converse with some friends, and yeah, check out some of the decorations because they do have some cool decorations and photo ops in this location. Now, since we're in the upper lot, I did want to mention some of the attractions. Some attractions are not open during Halloween Horror Nights, and that includes Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash, Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, the Silly Swirler attraction in the Super Silly Funland, and the DreamWorks Theater Kung Fu Panda attraction. Those will not be available for Halloween Horror Nights. The rides that are open are Simpsons, Jurassic World, Revenge of the Mummy, Transformers The Ride 3D, the Mario Kart attraction at Super Nintendo World just from 7 to 10 p.m. for the 2 p.m. day-night combo tickets. And that is about it. Now, since we talked about this bar over here, there's one more location where you can get specialty cocktails and food, and that's over by the Waterworld area. And that location's right here at Lemley Court. This will be home to another photo op and some specialty beverages. And also right behind me at Hollywood and Dine, that quick service location, they're gonna have some Chucky themed food and beverages. So don't miss out on that, especially if you're like here to try a lot of the food, because they have a ton of food options available in the lower lot, here in the upper lot, and yeah, right behind me at the Hollywood and Dine. Okay, now another little helpful tip as you're navigating the park. Now, if you've bought a general admission ticket and it's starting to get really busy and you're like, you know what, dang, we should have bought an express pass ticket. Well, sometimes, depending on the evening, Universal will offer an express pass upgrade. So if you've purchased a general admission ticket, head over to the Universal Plaza. Sometimes they have them downstairs as well, but you'll be able to upgrade and get express for a discounted rate for the rest of your evening. That is a really good option, especially if you're thinking, dang, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see all the haunted houses. So yeah, just keep that in mind that sometimes they do offer that. Now, while on your break, if you don't wanna grab a drink or some tasty treats or check out the scare zones or anything, you can see this all new nighttime show at Halloween Horror Nights, and it's called The Purge Dangerous Waters, and it takes place at the Waterworld stage. Your break is over, you've had a few more cocktails, you've tried some Chucky themed food, but you still have 2 more haunted houses to walk through. And those 2 haunted houses are not that far from this location. If it's like last year, the entrance to both of the haunted houses will be right here at Pet's Place. And remember, Secret Life of Pets is not going to be open. They're going to be using this kind of area for queue space. And the first haunted house that you should do out of the 2 is this one right here, Monstros, the Monsters of Latin America. Oh yeah, this is one of my most hyped ones out of all of them. This one, and I would say Last of Us are like the most hyped on my personal list. But do this one first. Now, when you survive your journey through Monstros, the Monsters of Latin America, it's going to spit you right out into an all-new scare zone this year. And this scare zone's really cool because it complements the haunted attraction that you just went through. Now, if the pathway behind me is closed off and you cannot walk into Pet's Place from this backside, you're gonna have to walk straight towards the plaza and walk around to the next haunted attraction. And then when you finished up with that one, finish your event night off with Evil Dead Rise. Now, you've done all the haunted houses, you've had a couple drinks, you've seen the entertainment, you've seen the scare zones, but there's still one more thing to experience, and that's the chainsaw chase out at the end of the night. The chainsaw chase out usually starts 30 minutes before the park closed, and it's actually a really unique experience because all the chainsaw performers are lined up at the park exit, and you have to walk through them in order to get out. It's almost like, you know, Disney's Kiss Goodnight. It's like Halloween Horror Nights Kiss Goodnight. It's pretty insane, and if you've never experienced it before, I highly suggest checking it out. It's bonkers. And there you have it. You've finished Halloween Horror Nights 2023. You've gone through all of the haunted houses. You've checked out the scare zones. You've checked out the live entertainment. You've had a few drinks, and you just had a blast. You can do the haunted houses in whatever order you want to, but what I went over today is what I think is the best possible kind of scenario, especially for those that are purchasing the general admission tickets and are arriving at like 7 or 8 o'clock. Remember that Stranger Things, The Last of Us, Exorcist, and the one behind me over here, Monstros, the Monsters of Latin America, will probably be the most popular haunted houses in the entire lineup. Now, that's not to knock any of the other attractions. They're all going to be very popular, but just remember, out of everything, Stranger Things and Last of Us are like at the top of the priority list. You should see those as soon as possible. Maximize your time. Don't spend too much time trying to ride rides that are here during the day. Take advantage of all the specialty stuff that's only here for Halloween Horror Nights, only one time out of the year. And most importantly, just have fun. Have a great time. This is my favorite time of year, and I know for a lot of you that are watching this video right now, it's your favorite time of year as well. So just have a blast, enjoy it with your friends and family. And remember, I am performing this year, so I may scare one of you guys. I might scare all of you, you never know. Again, Halloween Horror Nights opens to the public September 7th and runs select nights all the way up until Halloween, October 31st. You can purchase your tickets now, and I suggest doing so immediately because the event is already selling out. I'm gonna have a separate video covering all of the merchandise that they have this year, and I'll leave that link down below in the description. But I think for today, for this year's survival guide, that's gonna do it. Don't forget to share this video with some friends or family that are going to the event as well. They're not really sure what's going on. Down below, there's a little share button. You could share it to Instagram or Twitter or all that kind of fun stuff. Let other people know, because yeah, if it's their first time coming to Halloween Horror Nights, I feel like a lot of this information that we talked about today is pretty helpful. But if you did enjoy today's video, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from Universal Studios Hollywood or some of your other favorite theme parks, consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week. Be sure to check out my Instagram account by following the link down below in the description, as well as some of my other socials. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.